Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. So for today's video is I'm calling it the 5-star themed video because I'm doing so many 5-star things in this video that I just can't. I don't know what to name it. It's my 2024 predictions we're going to go through. We're going to go through all my 2024 5-star reads and then my 2025 predictions. So, you know, there's just a lot going on. I have my trusty dandy little notebook because otherwise I would have forgotten. First we're going to go through what my predictions were. Well, what my 5-star predictions were for 2024 and what their actual ratings were. I'm surrounded by books, so you're gonna have to bear with me because I'm ram-packed with them. First up was Where's Molly, which I did in fact give a 5-star. I've never rated a HD cartoon book lower than a 5-star, bar Satan's Affair, which I gave a 4 because it was like really short novella and yeah, but this is a 5-star. I really loved this. I enjoyed it. The little added cameo of our Zaid just boosted it a little bit, so yeah, it was obviously a 5-star. Next was Heartstopper Volume 5. I actually gave this a 4-star rating. It's quick, it's easy, I'm loving the characters in this story. I'm intrigued for the last volume when that comes out and to round off their story in general, but yeah, it's really interesting, and this does have a lot of like meaningful messages in there. Even though it is just a graphic novel, it still has such an impact. Then I had Archer's Voice, which I do not own a physical copy of, which I gave a 4.5. So it was close. I don't know what stopped me from reading this book before. It was on my TBR forever before I finally got there, and I really loved it, enjoyed it. Like, it had me panicked for a little bit at the end, but I flew through the book and devoured it, and I was very, very emotional after, and that's okay. It's fine, it's okay. I then read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, which was also meant to be a 5-star. I gave it 3. This was, I think, my biggest letdown, because I've really enjoyed Riley Sager's stuff, but that one, it just, I don't know what was about it, but it was not hitting for me, and it felt like there was too many things trying to go on, and yeah, it just wasn't vibing for me, and I was actually quite disappointed about that too. But I'm not giving up on him. Like I said, majority of what he's read I've enjoyed, so I'm going to keep going with his work. But yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment for me. Next is House of Flame and Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I used to own a copy, but I got rid of it. It was the hard copy, sorry, but it's here. I gave this a 4.25. I'm not discussing House of Flame and Shadows. It was a flop for me, even though I gave it 4.25. Compared to what it could have been, yeah, it's just not it. Then it was In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, and I finally got around to reading this one after it being on my TBR for a while, and it was a 5-star for me. I enjoyed this. I love his books, I love his writing, all the found family messages within there and everything. It just, yeah, really hit, and I did thoroughly enjoy this one. And then of course Our Funny Story, which was a 5-star. We know I love Emily Henry, I adore her work. There's just nothing about her stuff that I don't like, but yeah, I'm super excited for her new work to come. But yeah, and it had me crying. You'll notice the theme, I cry a lot. I cry a lot. And then another TJ Klune was Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which was the second book in the Cerulean Sea Chronicles. This comes after The House in the Cerulean Sea, which is what I've been trying to say. Yeah, 5-star, loved it, enjoyed it. I was so happy that we kind of got this other perspective now, and we got to see more of our other male main character, Arthur. Almost forgot his name for a second then. I had to double check it. But yeah, so I've really enjoyed this, and I'm hoping there's going to be more. I'm praying there's going to be more because I love these characters in the world, and just, yeah, everything about this. I'm really hoping there's going to be more. And then to finish off our prediction was the reappearance of Richard Price by Holly Jackson, and yeah, I gave it a 5-star. I loved it, I enjoyed it. Her books are just so gripping, and you literally just fly through them, and I love the twists and the turns that she puts in there, and yeah, I'm very happy with her stuff. And I can't wait for her new release this year. It's actually going to be her first adult book. So I'm very intrigued to see how she does adult, because she does YA so fucking well. So yeah, I'm very eager and intrigued to see that. Now, let's tackle our 2024 5 stars, what was actually a 5-star read. I'm going to try and go through them in order throughout the year. I don't own them all physically, although I've got a fair few physicals of them, but let's see, let's find out. So my first one was 28 Questions by Indiana Snyder. This is like an LGBT contemporary read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's so many important messages throughout there. It's such an intriguing read, and it's like very realistic to the world and to society and stuff. So I definitely recommend picking this one up if you guys haven't already, because it's such an intriguing read. I really loved it, and it was a great start to the year for me. I then have Empire of Storm and Kingdom of Ash. These is the, what's books? This is the last book, and this is the third to last book. I can't remember what number in order it is, but these 2 books I was gave 5-star. This one absolutely loved it and adored. I did the tandem read with Tower of Dawn, but this one just definitely hit it, and this one definitely helped me get through Tower of Dawn, if I'm being very honest. And then Kingdom of Ash is just Kingdom of Ash, and I don't feel like I need to say anything, no matter how big it was. It was a destroying book, and I loved it. I loved it, I really did. I have the first 3 books in the Jacksonville Ray series that I read last year. Pucking Around, Pucking Wild, and Pucking Sweet. All 5 stars. Absolutely adored the series so far. I can't wait for the rest of the books to come this year. I am obsessed with Emily Raff. If you guys know me and you've been around a while, you know I'm obsessed with her. You know I love her work, and I just devour it like absolutely no tomorrow. And I'm dying to do rereads of these books, because they hit so different for me, and there's just something about them that it just means so much. Like, they get me so emotional, and like the characters are just so real, and like the situations, like, yes, okay, they're hockey players and they live in this like world of hockey, and I don't understand the world of hockey. I don't live in the world of hockey, but they are so realistic, and in their thought process and the way they feel in life. Like, these books mean so much to me. Like, I'm collecting all the editions. I'm slowly collecting all the editions, but yeah, I love this. I love it so much, and yeah, like I said, I can't wait for the rest of them to come. Black Sunshine and The Blood is Love by Corinne Howe. I don't physically own these books. I will get there at some point. Yeah, this is kind of like, these books are a part of like a whole universe with like Blood Orange, Black Rose, Night Wolf, which was actually also a 5-star, so I can add that one up there. And I just love her writing, and I really enjoy it, and there was just something about these books that just hit that little bit different for me, and was why I rated them 5-star compared to the other ones in that universe, which was, yeah, Blood Orange and Black Rose. I just had to double check. But yeah, there was just something about them that really, really hit for me, and I absolutely loved and adored them, and the characters, and just, yeah. Again, it's like a fantasy world, but yeah, their thought process and the way they think and stuff just feels very real, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I then read The Worst Best Man, which was a 5-star by Lucy Scott. I don't think I've read anything of hers lower than a 5-star that I've read. But yeah, I loved this. I loved the characters again, the story. It was intriguing. It's, you know, they've got this tension between them, and then just watching that slowly dissipate was just, yeah, I really, really, really loved this one. Then, of course, was My Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. We know I'm a Harry Potter stan. We know I'm a Potterhead. I love and adore it. I had to read his biography. Say no more. Say no more. Then, of course, my babies. My other babies. You know, my Packing Around are my babies. But then we got my other babies, which is the Boys of Thomas series. And it's the first 4 books, because these are the only ones I've read so far. I feel like I don't need to speak about these ones either, because like we all know they've absolutely destroyed me, and I do plan on rereading them this year. But yeah, we all know how I feel about those books, and yeah, I have no words. I just love and adore that series, and like it's just so heartbreaking, but like it's also so wholesome at the same time. I know with everything that goes on in the books, like there's some really harsh and like rough shit going on in there, but there's just something about it as well that just feels quite wholesome. Then obviously it was the reappearance of Rachel Price, which we've already discussed. Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score as well. Again, another one I love and adored, and yeah, the characters, just the story, everything about it I really loved. Then I have 2 Jessie Hall books. I have That Sick Love and Hawk. I just devoured, adored the characters, adored the stories. There's just something about her writing that was just really gripping, and the characters in themselves have so many layers to them, and just watching them kind of unravel, or like watching these characters bond and grow together and everything. Yeah, I really fell in love with it, and her writing and everything about it. Just the style was just hitting right for me at the time. Funny Story, which we've already discussed, and then The Syndicator by Rune Nix. Now, was there a lot of stuff that could be done about this book? Yes. Was there the ending feeling a little bit rushed? Yes. But at the same time, you know, you've got to take into account the whole of the story. Like, this is rounding out the entire story, and it felt like the perfect round out for the characters, for their story, for where they were at in life. Like, it very much rounded that out really nicely. But, you know, I can see why it probably didn't hit right for some people who have been there from the start with the book and series. So yeah, but yeah, I still very much loved it and still very much adored it. Then I read Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which obviously we've already discussed as well. And then The Striker by Anna Huang. I absolutely devoured this book and loved it, and the characters and the chronic pain representation in there. It just yeah, I generally, when I was rating this book, could not find a fault in it. I went to rate it lower, and I was like, but I can't find a fault, so why is it not 5-star? I just loved this so much. Like, I was emotional as well while reading this one, because I could relate so much to Scarlett and like her thoughts and feelings on the chronic pain. But yeah, and I can't wait for the rest of the series. Like, I loved and adored that book. Obviously we discussed In the Lives of Puppets, Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I devoured. You would see this in Reading Orange Books for a week, so if you want my full thoughts and opinions, you can go check that video out. But I loved it. I love West. I bow down to that man, okay? I bow down to him, and just, yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I'm blushing again already just thinking about the book. All Roads Lead Here by Mara Zapata. Again, another author that all the books that I've read from them, I have not rated lower than a 5-star. I'm on a streak with some of these authors, and I'm loving their work, and I love her writing. I love her slow burn, and when that tension and everything finally snaps, so good, so good. Absolutely loved this book. And then we have Consider Me by Becca Mack. This one, like, I knew I was gonna love this book, but I genuinely did not realize just how much I was gonna love it. Like, I devoured this book so quickly. These characters, their story, again, I was getting emotional. I don't know what it was about a lot of these books, but like, they were really hitting for me last year. Like, I was having a year where a lot of books were just hitting, and they were hitting right. And do you know what? I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. But yeah, I absolutely loved this book and the characters. So if you've not picked it up yet, signs, people, signs. To be fair, this is signs for all these books that I'm talking about. If you've not read them, this is your sign to do so. And then I ended up the year with Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is my last book of 2024, and we ended it on a 5-star, just like we started the year on a 5-star, and I loved it. I loved the characters, I loved the story, I loved the tension between them, and this is very much kind of a second chance, I guess you can say. To me personally, there was like a little bit of miscommunication in there, like the tiniest little bit, but I loved this. I loved all these books. I love them all. I love them all, truly, dearly. But let's now move on to my 5-star predictions for 2025. I am filming this late into the year. I've already had some 5 stars for 2025. You can see them in the next 5-star video, which will be probably the beginning of next year. But thankfully none of them were down on my predictions list, so we were all good, you know, we were all good. First up, we have Wildside by Elsie Silver. This is the 3rd book in the Rose Hill series. Just based on the fact of how the series has gone so far and the characters that this story is going to follow, I very much feel like this is going to hit. Like, this is going to be such a good one. Like, I feel like there's going to be so much tension between them, and it's just, yeah, I feel like this one's just going to hit on like a different level compared to the first 2. Naturally, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Need I say more? We know my obsession with Emily Henry. We know how I feel about her work and how realistic it all feels and how much it can give you like a punch in the gut kind of feeling. I feel like this is going to be no different. I feel like this is going to be different, and I think if it does, I will be very disappointed, and I might just cry by the fact that if it doesn't hit the same. I might just cry about that. Then I have North is the Night by Emily Rath. Again, we know how much I love her. This is her first adult fantasy book, so I have the gut feeling in there about this one, and it might be a bit like the Emily Henry book, that if this doesn't hit as a 5-star, I might cry, because yeah. But I have a feeling it will, so I think I'm gonna be okay. But yeah, I can't wait to dive into this world with and her writing again in like a different way. This is Finnish mythology, so there are names in there that I can't pronounce, so I hope you guys are ready for some fun in me trying to read that book. Then Parking Strong by Emily Rath. This is the 4th book in the Jacksonville Ray series. I've already seen some snippets and it's already hitting, and this one's going to be a sucker punch. Honest to God, this one is going to be a sucker punch for me, and I might be like an absolute destroyed mess reading it. So heads up, you might see that in a vlog when it comes out. But yeah, like it's gonna hit me, you know. I then have Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book. Yes, 3rd book in the Love Redesign series. I don't know if there's an actual name to it, but yeah. Lakefront Billionaires. That's the one. Lakefront Billionaires series. I devoured Love Unwritten. Love Arranged. Like I said, I devoured Love Unwritten, and just, yeah, I've adored. I love her writing as well. It's another one that's really, really quick and easy. So then I have The Defender by Anna Huang, which is the 2nd book to The Striker, which is, I think the name of the series is Gods... What is the name of the series? Gods of Play? Gods of the Game. I knew there was gods in there. Gods of the Game. And this follows Scarlett's brother, and I believe one of Scarlett's friends. You know, it's like sister's best friend's brother. We know that's going to be interesting, especially the little snippets we saw of them at the end of The Striker. This is going to be, yeah, this one's going to hit. This one's going to hit real good. And then I have The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. This was released in 2018, so it's a re-release. And yeah, I'm intrigued by this one. Again, found family, he does it all so well. But yeah, I have hopes. Like I said, I think TJ Klune's another author that I've not rated anything below 5 stars too. So we hold out hope, we hold out hope. Another author that I've discussed with you that I've not rated anything below 5 stars is Lucy Score's Story of My Life. We shall find out, we shall see. I haven't looked too much into this book, so I don't really actually know fully what's going to go on. But it's Lucy Score, so of course I'm going to read it. Of course. It's got to be a 5 star, surely. Surely. We'll wait and see, but surely. And then I've got 2 Rina Kent books, which is Beautiful Venom and Kiss the Villain. Kiss the Villain is Gareth's story, which nobody actually thought we were going to get, and then she decided to do it, and I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm eating it up. The little excerpts that she shared on socials, I'm like, can we have it now? Because like I need it now. I need to know Gareth's story. I need to know what happened. Give it to us, okay? Give it to us. I'm eager for this because I think it's going to be like, it's going to be top knot up there, you know? And then Beautiful Venom is her first book in this dark hockey romance series that she's doing, so she's hitting into a hockey era, so I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna go too. But yeah, those are my predictions for 5 stars in 2025. Fingers crossed. We did pretty good last year. Out of the, how many did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 from last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did pretty good last year, and this year we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's see if we can smash out 10 5 stars. I have my fingers crossed for this, but we shall wait and see what happens. But yeah, that is my 5-star themed video. That is all my predictions from last year, all my 5 stars from last year, and my predictions for this year. So let's see what happens. Let me know if you have any predictions for this year. Let me know if you have any predictions for this year on what you think your 5 stars are going to be. And yeah, let's discuss them in the comments. But otherwise, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.